Welcome. All right, today Paul's going to tell us about happiness is a warm gun. Here we go. Come on, Paul.
The idea of the happiness is a warm gun thing is from an advert in an American paper where it said, happiness is a warm gun sort of thing, and it was sort of get ready for the long hot summer with a rifle, come and buy them now. It was an advert in a gun magazine, and it was so sick, the idea of come and buy your killing weapons and come and get it. And it was just such a great line, that happens a warm gun.
Yeah, wow. Bang, bang, shoot, shoot. Back in the day, back in 1968, of course, drugs were far more serious than they are today. I mean, they still are, but I mean, you can now do shrooms. People talk about psychedelics in the open. Paul's clearly pretty stoned right here. That was a thing, you had Sweet Leaf, you had even the song Girl, where John Lennon's going breathing through his nose, but it's an inhale, right? And the girl is Mary Jane. All right, so keep going, Paul. We'll hear what he has to say about this situation.
Yeah. And the rest of the words, I think they're great words. It's a poem. It's a poem, and it finishes off happiness is a warm gun. Yes, it is.
So in fact, he's probably fairly serious about.
Well, it's as serious as anyone ever gets. It's not deadly serious. It's just words, and if you.
These words, it's not deadly serious. Anyway, it's like a triple entendre sometimes, and the core of an apple, right? Apple core. But honestly, it is a Paul corpse. And by the way, just for a side note, the cool thing, they're just so subversive because for years when I was a kid, I had no idea, happiness is a warm bang, bang, shoot, shoot. Makes perfect sense, right? And it's such a great metaphor. The needle is the gun, all right? So when you shoot drugs, you bang drugs and you shoot drugs. Now listen to the line. First of all, he already tells you, I need a fix because I'm going down, right? Down to the bitch that I left uptown. I guess that's either his dealer could be, or the habit that he left up, or just the shitty feeling that you have when you withdraw. So he used to score heroin apparently from Brian Jones. Used to go out. He said Brian Jones was always had a big fat doobie. He was always smoking like 24 hours a day. But that was the connect. Apparently was Brian Jones. So there's a lot of famous stories, especially in The Love You Make. Anyway, let's hear just a little bit more of this, and I'll get back to the conclusion of this wonderful tale.
John sort of took that and uses that as a chorus. Yeah. And the rest of the words, I think they're great words. It's a poem. It's a poem, and it finishes off happiness is a warm gun. Yes, it is.
First of all, listen to the line. He says, and he did this quite a bit. When I hold you in my arms, singular, right? It's not hold you in my arms, it's hold you in my arms. I know nobody can do me no harm. And then he goes, happiness is a warm gun. Bang, bang, shoot, shoot. Makes sense because guns go bang, bang, shoot, shoot. But you don't hear this phrase much anymore, but especially in 1968, heroin addicts, junkies were known for shooting drugs. But, John, once again, he also did that thing in Come Together where he goes, Juju eyeball. He won Holy Roller, right? He doesn't say eyeball, it's one eyeball. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is the explanation for happiness is a warm gun. Yes, it is, Peace.